Now, when Keren Woodward and Sara Dallin met as 4-year-olds in the school playground, they probably had no idea they would go on to become the queens of 80s pop music. I'm just looking at all the pictures here in the book. This is the book that they've written together. These are all the photo booth pictures. Do you remember having those at school?
Yes, darling, I do.
Yes, sorry,
look at
there you are.
those. Yeah, there they are. Some lovely stuff there. And the book is called, darling, Sara.
The book is called Really Saying Something.
Brilliant, of course. Absolutely wonderful. 40 years on, and they're here with us to talk today about their highs and lows and the book itself. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Do
Hi.
you know what we're going to do now? We're going to play your greatest hits. Here we go.
Great.
You must really say it something. Really say it something. Leaving me here on my own. It's a Bananarama. Yes, I did. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. Your desire. Robert De Niro's baby. Talking Italian. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me?
Oh, what a lovely trip down memory lane. It's so lovely to talk to you today, Sara and Keren. And I'm looking at the back of the book now, and it said, I used to sit next to you, French, at school. How did we get here? You must ask yourselves that question a lot during your career.
That quote was when we were about to go on at Wembley Arena, and we were coming up through the floor on this platform, and that's when I looked at Keren and thought, you know, I sat next to you at school. How on earth are we suddenly coming out to these screaming fans? It was amazing.
And was it emotional? I mean, when you think of that, you know, sometimes people think, you know, we look at you and we see you stars, we see you musical talent and whatever, but maybe inside you look at each other and think, little old us, and we're here.
Absolutely, that's how
very
we
much
feel.
so.
Because we've known each other since we were really small, and we left home together. We had all the teenage adventures together. Yeah, it does seem, we're very grounded, I think. And I think because there's two of us, we keep each other's feet on the ground. Don't show the perms.
I kind of feel it was only during the writing of the book almost that I suddenly thought, God, I'm really proud of us, and we've achieved so much because we were writing about the beginnings. It made it all the more pertinent to sort of think, yes, we have actually done something with our lives that's incredible.
But it is incredible, Keren, because you know, I see various statistics. Well, one minute it'll say you're the biggest girl band ever in history, and you know, however way you interpret it, you can't really dispute you were incredibly successful. What was the pressure like, having to bring out hit after hit, or did it just happen?
It is much easier now because you get to choose what you want to do and when you want to do it. Back in the 80s, excuse me, it really was like being on a merry-go-round, where once you'd had one hit, then you go to the next album, and you also do it all over the world, not just in the UK. So it was an immense amount of pressure. I think slightly eased by the fact there were three of us, so we were friends together, so we could sort of lean on each other.
We're obviously looking at Siobhan there. I think with the book, for me, it's your incredible friendship goes right the way through this book. Obviously, it's about your career, and there are kind of showbiz stories, but it is about your enduring friendship. When you started out, did you ever imagine that you'd still be together, still be performing to this day?
No. I think, you know, sometimes it's been a bit of an uphill struggle to keep going, but once we started this and realised how much we loved doing it, and the essence of our friendship in teenage years was making cassettes and making up plays and interviewing each other and all the things teenage girls did, but not imagining for a moment we'd have a career in it. And but once we started, we think, well, why, you know, whatever hurdle we've come across where they say, oh, maybe you're too old now, or look at that hair. We just feel nothing's insurmountable. And sometimes it's felt like us two against the world, and friendship's definitely seen us through it.
Was it harder for Siobhan because you two were so tight?
I think in our heyday, and certainly we formed the group together, and we're very much like really good friends, and that continued until obviously the end. She left in 88. I think we just wanted to do different things, and Siobhan wanted to go her own way. I mean, I guess it must have been at times, strange for her because we were so tight, but that you can't change that. We've known each other all our lives.
And you actually formed a bubble because you finished the book during lockdown. So you formed a bubble together so that you could sit and write. How did you remember all the stories? Have you kept diaries? Were you just feeding off each other's memories? Because there's so much there.
Well, I do. I have 2 massive boxes under my stairs with all the photographs in, and to be honest, they really triggered the memories.
Yeah. Sarah used to keep it at school, and she found it, and it said, went to Keren's house, went to the park. Music, went to the park with Keren, played music. It was quite repetitive.
But Keren, you were saying earlier, look at that hairstyle there. But again, we're all the same age.
You said, look at that hairstyle. I go, I loved that hairstyle. And I would spend hours with a diffuser with my head upside down with setting spray trying to achieve that look that you're now horrified about. Loved it.
I had a root secret because my hair's quite fine and straight, and it just took loads of backcombing to the point where it would create sort of dreadlocks and break off. It was absolutely shocking to your hair.
And then tell people where you are today in terms of performing, or are there still any aims or any ambitions, or, how much music means to you still?
Where we are now is we had to cancel, obviously, all our shows, so that was quite upsetting. But hopefully we'll be back to doing that next year. But you also mentioned that it's our 40th anniversary in 2022, so there should be something musical on the horizon for that.
I mean, we had our biggest years last year, which was another reason for writing the book. So, oh gosh.
Oh, you're lovely.
But you're a great advert because, I mean, you look at you and it's timeless. The music's timeless. The image is timeless. Does it feel timeless to you, or do you ever feel your age?
Oh, God, of course we feel our age sometimes. But I don't think that being a certain age should mean that you can't get on stage and perform or, carry on writing songs. I mean, age shouldn't diminish, those choices that we've made, and it hasn't really. We still have an absolute joy for what we do and have every intention of continuing.
We're 90.
Well, it's absolutely brilliant. As Ruth said, there's so many pictures in here. Thank you for that box of pics under your bed, Sarah, because they've come in very, very handy indeed. And what do they say? A picture says 1,000 words. There's more than 1,000 words in there, many thousands of words. You've got Sarah and Keren really saying something, and it's on sale now, Bananarama. Thank you. Thank you both. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the music. Look forward to seeing you in 2022.
Great. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much indeed.